I don't know if mouse movement is just a pain to implement, or we got some trolls on Google, but these are some interesting suggestions. I've made a vector map class that stores a list of things under a key. Currently I'm using it to render sprites on different layers, for example drawing grass before the player. I think I'm also going to end up using it for GUIs. I just tried to implement a texture atlas but got this. And this. I made up a way to load a texture here, but when I try to render them, they're slightly off. You can see they're like 1 pixel off. Turns out I'm just an idiot and forgot to specify the texture size. Now they work. I've made an FPS counter and I'm going to test it out right now. So I'm rendering 3 tiles and I'm getting over 1,000 frames per second. Now I'm going to stress test it and I'm getting around 4 to 5. Something's slightly off here. I'm getting around 130 here and only 46 here. But that's my laptop and this is my desktop. Today I've been trying to fix the render order for sprites. I've got rocks and bushes that are supposed to appear on top of the grass, but when I run it here I only see the rocks. I suspect that the bushes are being rendered underneath the grass. Okay, I've fixed a lot with the textures. The textures take 2 strings. One's its ID, and one is for the texture atlas it's on. After that, you specify the render order, followed by an X and Y position, and then the width and height of the tiles. Now, if I run this here, you'll be able to see the render order works, and there is a fountain and a house that are not 1 by 1. I couldn't get a lot done today, but I did implement deleting sprites. I'm going to scroll over to this rock that I placed, and after a few seconds it'll disappear. In case you're wondering what took up most of my time today, I spent a while going through my code until I saw that I wasn't using a reference here, which meant I never deleted the object. This one symbol caused 3 hours of debugging. I just reworked some of the rendering code so now it's easier to read and implement animations. I just checked the FPS and there was not a noticeable difference. I've also implemented player animations so now this guy can move around. I don't know if mouse movement is just a pain to implement, or we got some trolls on Google, but these are some interesting suggestions. I guess we got some trolls on Google because that was pretty easy to implement. Final thing I did this week was make it so that the player sprite changes when you change direction. But there's only one thing, I get a little floating pixel there. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more weekly devlogs and programming tutorials.